Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading, in particular mystery reading number 763. Before getting into this reading, chances are that most of the people watching this video are not subscribed, so if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work and would like to help support the growth of my channel, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. My current goal is 500 subscribers, so I can have access to offering channel memberships. I'm just trying to focus on the milestone of 200 subscribers for now, so if you do decide to help me out with that, thank you very much. And the last thing I want to say is if you are interested in my psychic and spiritual services, I'm offering live chat sessions, written digital readings, and a program called the myHCS program for those of you who may be struggling to afford such services. I'm currently taking request forms and applications for the business week of June 2nd, and the deadline is May 30th. It's upcoming Friday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, starting with interpreting the numbers 763. 7 is about... That number could be particularly significant for someone like really significant, but for me it's about learning wisdom, expanding your consciousness, and gaining more power, or tapping into the power that you already have, that already exists, or not that already exists, but that you're already aware of. The number 6 is about unconditional love for self, and how it naturally flows out to unconditional love for other people. When you make room for yourself, you're able to make more room for others. So if you need to choose yourself in a situation, don't be afraid to do that. I almost just saw the number 222, so there could be a connection here for someone, whether it's like a business with a person, like romantic, or just a connection with some sort of entity. Maybe it's time to walk away from someone or something, or to choose yourself in a situation where there's two parties. The number 3 is about not learning. I was about to tell about the number 7 again. It's interesting that my throat was acting up there, because number 3 is partly about communication and expressing yourself. It can also be about healing and growth. Maybe someone here, there's confirmation for someone who feels called to have a deeper connection with the universe, like in a cosmic way. Maybe through astrology, the planets, space. It definitely feels like it's beyond Earth. No matter what that may mean for you, whether it's dimensional or spatial. But yeah. I think it's clear here that someone needs to express themselves and be honest, and to choose themselves, to choose self-love, pretty much, and your worth, and what you deserve. It's okay to take space if you need it. I do think that you are definitely learning from healing, communicating, expressing yourself, no matter what that may look like for you. Maybe someone here feels called with a decision between growth and decay. And this is more about yourself. Do you want to grow as a person, or do you want to decay? Which, I don't know, that could be potentially a heavy way to say it, but, you know, it feels a little bit symbolic in a way, so I'm going to keep it as I said it. Maybe someone here feels drawn to flowers and butterflies. I know I do. Maybe someone here, there's like a significant field or meadow for somebody. maybe one that you spend time in. Pay attention to the plants and the bugs. They might be trying to show you something or teach you something, even if it may not be a field. That's a very specific message, so if it doesn't resonate, don't worry about it. Adding up these numbers, 7 plus 6 is 13, plus 3 is 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. Didn't I say at the beginning of this reading that that number might be particularly significant for someone? Someone here is, you're being really, really, I want to say nudged, but depending on who's watching this, maybe you feel shoved towards wisdom, learning, expanding your consciousness, what I talked about with the number 7. Maybe there's something here that you're learning about yourself, or some sort of dynamic, or maybe something beyond that. Maybe you see patterns. There's patterns here, both big and small, that could be significant for you that you're recognizing. I personally do have strong pattern recognition, and from my experience, it has been hard to trust myself, even though the patterns are there. So for someone here, you could see the patterns, but whatever they're trying to tell you or show you, you're a little bit doubtful of what they might mean. But I think the universe and your spirit guides just really, really want you to pay attention. There's a real focus here on growth, whether that's, as small as personal growth or as big as the universe is growing. There's something here about being geared towards growth. Maybe someone who needs to make a commitment to growth. Maybe it's time to choose a new path, walk away from someone or something, embrace a new connection, even if you may not, see exactly what that looks like right now. In general, I do feel a message coming through to embrace change. The changes that will help you learn, have a deeper connection with yourself, and will help you grow. And sometimes the decisions that lead to growth aren't going to be the easiest decisions, and that could be confirmation for someone if you feel stuck in a difficult decision. Trust yourself, but take your time, especially if this decision's, really, really important. I'm going to start wrapping up this reading, though, by drawing out a card from the Prismavisions Tarot here. We're just going to see what comes through for you, at least in relation to the number 763. I almost wanted to say 762, so that could be a significant reading for someone, especially with, me feeling like the Lover's energy from tarot. Yeah. We have the Four of Swords. This planet is either Saturn or Jupiter, that symbol. There's Libra. And then there's the element of air. The number 4 was significant to me before I started recording. So maybe it's important for you to prioritize stability. And I think what's going to give you stability is obviously not only choosing it, but also taking some time out. If you resonate with a difficult decision, this is confirmation right here to really, really, really think through this decision. And if it's not a decision, whatever it is, I definitely think that you're being called to reflect on something or a certain connection, because it's going to teach you something, about yourself, or bigger patterns, or the things that I was saying before. I just burped, which is a sign to let go. That's confirmation for someone to move on and to embrace change. Seeing Libra is interesting as well, referring to the last reading, because that reading was confirmation for someone that a situation is going to end in justice and fairness and accountability if you choose self-love. So maybe that is that difficult decision. Do I move forward loving myself or hating myself? Your decisions will reflect that. Do I move forward choosing ignorance and stagnancy, or wisdom and movement? If you're craving movement, it's time to learn.